Hey everybody, welcome back. We're not in the closet studio today. We're actually in my living room or my dining room or whatever. And this is episode 19 of theZim's Video Music Journal. So welcome back. Thanks for joining us. And as you can see, I got another guest with me, my second guest. And this is Kent Halvorsen. We're old friends. We've met back in like 96 or something.
Yeah. Don't call me old, but that's cool.
I think we met in at Shoreline Community College, playing music together actually, and we've been playing music together on and off for years now. So it's been good. I don't know. He's over today to play some keyboards and do some vocals on one of the songs on Peace and Love Volume 3. So you'll get to hear that soon, which I'm really excited about. But what I like to do with these, Kent, is one of the main things that I think about in my own musical journey and what I'm trying to do musically is I think about the goals I have. So when I have somebody over, I like to ask them what their musical goals are and kind of what, I don't know, just goals.
Yeah.
Like whatever comes to your mind when you think of goals in terms of what you're doing in your life even.
Yeah.
I don't know, speak on that.
Yeah, my musical goals for the last, probably 10 years have just been being able to do music exclusively and have that sustain me. Pay my rent, get my food, not have to have anything other than music. And for now, that's working. I teach a lot, but I'm teaching music, and before I started teaching music, I was doing the door a lot, which was starting to suck the life out of me. So that really my goal is just to constantly evolve as a musician, play as many different kinds of music as possible, which is why stuff like this is so great, especially with old friends just coming in and doing something. We've sung this song together a million times, but just constantly trying to play as many kinds of music as I can and have that be the only thing that I need to do to make money. That's my goal.
So it's like for you, like what I'm hearing is just that it doesn't really matter what it is as long as it's music.
As long as it's music that I think is cool.
Yeah, you think
I haven't found myself in a situation where I'm sitting there playing and I'm getting paid and I'm like, this sucks, which is fortunate.
Yeah.
I consider myself, even in the times when finances aren't going so well, I consider myself really fortunate because I'm really stoked about what I'm doing.
Yeah. I
like the people I'm playing with. My bands don't tend to implode because of drama, which is cool.
Yeah, so it's like, making a living off music, that's the dream. That's my dream too. I want to do that, of course. I'm kind of way more particular, I guess. Maybe not way more, but I really want to do it with my music, with the music that I, write and make. And, there's an element I could definitely do it with a band that I'm in, but I just have to be really invested in it. I mean, I don't know, at least that's where I am because, my life path has been so different than yours, where I have kids and I had I have a day job and kind of thing, and so it's kind of like I don't need music right now to sustain me in any way, but I wish it could. It's like,
but it sustains you on other levels.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, being able to do your art, whether it's your visual art or your music, is part of what keeps you going. I'm sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. They know that. I've told them that a lot of times. But I just want to also just. So that's really awesome. I love hearing that and about your goals as music, and I've been keeping track of what you've been doing over the years, and you've gotten to do some pretty cool things, like play with the Blake Lewis band when that happened. Got to play on TV and do that kind of stuff. What was that like?
It was unbelievable. The first couple times was kind of scary.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden we're playing with in-ear monitors for the first time, and there's 5 million people watching, and the camera's right in your face, but. Cool part about that, it actually made me a much better performer because I had to be in a studio full of people with headphones on and hardly any audience and play to the people that are at home that I can't see. And so it made it so when I came back and I was on a stage where there's real people, I can now connect with them on a level that I never could before.
Yeah.
Because I had to almost imagine them, It's up to my profile too. I said I don't find myself being in situations that I'm not that into the music.
Yeah.
That's because I actually end up saying no to a lot of things.
Yeah.
I get asked to be in people's bands and become just a member of their band pretty regularly, and it's really, I feel bad saying no to everybody, but
Yeah.
right now, if anybody that I'm not, like you were saying, invested in your art, I can find myself being invested in an artistic way, even if it's somebody else's, as long as I'm really into it. So I'll go and listen to their website and be like, you want me to go to 2 rehearsals a week for free? I can't do that.
Yeah.
It's like, sorry.
Yeah, I get that.
We just played with Blake recently, and that was really interesting to jump back into sort of going 7 years in reverse.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, there's all these same people. These kids, some of these kids are now 20, and they were like 13 when they were watching us before, which is pretty cool to see that.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. Like when that happened, it was at the Crocodile just recently, and I was thinking about that same thing. Like the audience, like those, how long ago it was when Blake was on American Idol, and like who became fans through that, and how that evolution might have looked and happened, and stuff. But also like, so what are you doing? I think I know what you're doing right now mainly, but tell these people what you're doing.
Yeah, my main thing that I'm totally invested in is Mother of Pearl, and for me, this band is like my dream team. So everybody who I think, who would I want on bass? Jeremy Lightfoot. You know? and Alex Mortland has totally become just my go-to guy. Every kind of music I want to play. We have a recording session this weekend with my friend William. We're playing like, it's not country music, but it's a little bit like Elvis's gospel era, or like, you know, it's totally different from what we normally play. But the first person I think of is Alex, so he's in that band. And Krista, I mean, I can't think of a better front person, you know, Stephen Barcy. So it's pretty cool to have for the first time in years, the chord progressions and ideas, the verse, chorus, bridge, things that I'm putting together, finally have a band to bring them to life. Give Krista the opportunity to write some lyrics. She's been raising her kids and not really being in any bands for a couple of years. So Mother of Pearl. And then, yeah, other than that, I'm just playing in a bunch of different bands, playing in Chris Pogue's band, Mother of Pearl. Yeah. Starts with an M, so you confuse Mountains and Tunnels. Can't remember when the next show there is. But I just moved to drums in that band, though.
Oh, really?
Dano.
Yeah, good drummer, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we played, that was one of the bands we played in together. He was on drums and I was on bass.
Yeah, actually, back then, I tell this story all the time. Yeah. I wasn't playing drums, didn't even own a drum set, and Zim comes up to me and goes, "Hey man, you want to play drums in my new band?" I'm like, I know you've been wanting to play drums. I'm like, well, okay, I don't have a drum set. Well, Fernando does. Oh, all right, let's go. And actually, because of that, I started playing a lot more, and now, when our drummer left Mountains and Tunnels, I just kind of slid over to the drum seat from keyboards. And now we're getting Dan Schmidt, to play the keyboard parts. So I think I'm the full-time drummer now, which is pretty cool.
Cool.
And I get to use the drum set Kevin Saka gave me. Finally. It's like not just sitting in a corner waiting. It still has a 94th Street sticker on it, though.
Yeah. Oh,
check out some 94th Street. I mean, hello.
Yeah, I've told you about 94th Street. It's good.
I was just telling somebody the other day about your version of Where Is My Mind? Is that the name of it? That's
the Pixies. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Whatever the name of that song is, I like their version, but I thought 94 Street's version was to me the quintessential version.
I like that. I've told these guys, the 7 people that watch this, that 94th Street is like, we're talking about goals. It's like I got dropped into that band, and it was like just like immediate kind of awesomeness, and I've been trying to get back to that spot, and like I've said, like the Zim Rock has been doing that musically for me. Now there's other elements that I want to try to fall into place in that.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed about playing in a bunch of different bands, having that in that band Kevin Saka element where it's like nobody was doing what he did at the time, and it like ups the ante. Like in other bands, I'm trying to think of with Blake, it's like even on nights where he might have had an off night, there's just 200 people just going, Blake, and so it immediately, the part that you're talking about now, if I'm not mistaken, is like that crowd response.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And it's just, it's hard if I play a show when some band that I just created and it's just me and a couple of my friends and none of them have that notoriety or that. It's still 5 people. You know, it's like there's still like the 10 people in the audience or something like that. It's kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
And then we go down to the Crocodile and we play with Blake and there's 500 people and it's killer.
Yeah.
Or I have one show where I play with Kevin and even at the Sea Monster on a Monday night, you bring Kevin into the mix and next thing you know, there's 50 people on a Monday instead of 10.
I know for me, like it makes it really hard to play to a small, small amount of people.
That I'm glad you said that. That's actually what that TV thing did for me. I can now imagine 10,000 people, even if they're not there.
Yeah.
And even if I know they're not there, and a lot of times at the Sea Monster these days, they're recording us.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, just play like there's a million people there.
I think we both, because we're both kind of came up in the scene, had similar influences with the people that we've surrounded ourselves with, and just how we've come along. We probably both tapped into those same ideas in a similar way, where it's like, just give it your all, regardless of, just play like there is a packed audience, regardless, and just, because it's. Otherwise, what's the point, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
it's like I got into Mother Love Bone in the last few years, as you know.
Yeah.
And one of the stories I hear about Andy Wood every time from Sean Smith and other people who knew him and people who didn't know him but saw him play, he could be a Wednesday night at the Central Tavern and no one's there, and he'd say things like, "Oh, you in the back?"
Yeah.
It's like he's just getting ready.
Yeah.
He's got a shtick, and that's like one of the reasons, other than his songs and his singing, that everybody was gravitating towards him, is that he played his heart out every single time. Leave it all on the stage, and then go get bummed about the fact nobody was there later. It's like that's the.
Yeah. Well, this is awesome. I'm sure we could talk forever, and I hope we do another one of these. I think this would be great to talk more about just what's music and all that good stuff for you guys. But I want to keep it kind of short and get to work. So this is Kent again. He's going to record some stuff on our next Peace and Love Volume 3. And so check it out. Check out his bands, Mother of Pearl and anything else. I always post links to everything.
If I'm not mistaken, I get to say peace and love this time.
You will, but there's more to that, I'll tell you. Right. But anyways, so thanks for watching. This is theZim's Video Journal, episode 19. So peace.
And love.
Yeah. I hope I got it. Yeah, it looks like I got it.
You got it.
I got something anyway. I don't know.